Hello, 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 and welcome to Self-Care Sunday. For those of you who may be new here, this is Self-Care Sunday. What Self-Care Sunday is we do restorative yoga, which is a yoga that is appropriate for any and all skill levels. You can never have done yoga in your life, and restorative is still going to be very appropriate for you. It is even appropriate for persons with limited mobility. Thank you so much for the heart puff. It's a very slow moving yoga. We use props to help us throughout this practice since we do hold the postures for a little bit longer. And in restorative, it's also very important to be comfortable. So like I have my yoga blanket here. I have my yoga mat. I also have another blanket on top of my mat to make it extra comfortable. You really want to be very comfortable throughout this practice. I have 2 yoga blocks. These can be substituted with 2 regular throw pillows. I have my yoga bolster. This can be substituted with any regular sized pillow. It doesn't necessarily have to be the special yoga bolster. And again, I said I have my blankets, as many of them as you want to grab is perfectly fine. Okay. So I'm going to give us something to think about first. It's going to be our affirmation for tonight's exercise, and it goes, I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every cell of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I know the earth can hold me. And we are on the first day of Capricorn season, so we're working with that very grounded energy of the earth sign, Capricorn. So we're going to go ahead and get started on our backs today. So however you want to get there, you can go ahead and do that now. If you want, you can even take your pillow or bolster and put it right under your knees for some extra comfort here. Or you can just let your legs go long. Whatever feels good for you in this moment, it is your practice. Allowing your arms to fall down by your side. And you can go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, noticing how the air feels as it enters through your nostrils, following it into your lungs where it dissolves. And then exhaling, allowing any tension you may be carrying to be released. Following the breath out where it dissolves somewhere outside of you again. Breathing in, following that breath into the lungs where it dissolves. Breathing out, following that breath outward where it dissolves again. Releasing your stress. Releasing your tension. Noticing your navel as it falls and rises with each breath. This involuntary movement that nurtures and supports us. Feeling yourself being supported by your mat. Continuing to notice the rise and fall of your own belly. Breathing in, following the breath into the lungs where it dissolves. Breathing out, emptying the lungs, following the breath where it dissolves again. Allowing whatever you are carrying with you today to also dissolve just like your breath. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our knees into our chest. You can move any props off to the side if you want. Wrapping your arms around your legs. Allowing the body to just sink into the mat. Now you can gently rock from side to side. Allowing for the weight of your body to very gently massage your back. Maybe you go ahead and really lean into any areas of tension that you might be finding. Slow, gentle movements. Feeling that tension start to disappear. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I allow the earth to hold me. When you're ready, we can return to center. This time we're going to go ahead and just grab our knees, starting to circle the legs outward. Gently opening up the hips. Nice, soft movements. Maybe beginning to link our breath with our movement. Breathing out as you circle out. Breathing in as you circle in. Breathing out as you circle out. Breathing in as you circle in. Breathing out as you circle out. Breathing in as you circle in. And when you find yourself at center, we're going to start to circle in the opposite direction. Breathing out as you circle out. Breathing in as you circle in. Breathing out as you circle out. Breathing in as you circle in. Allowing for whatever emotions we may be holding in the hips to just gently be released. And when you're ready and you find yourself back at center, we can just go ahead and put our feet up into the air, allowing for all of that grounding energy of the root chakra to flow back down into the body. And maybe we begin to paddle out the feet, feeling a gentle stretching down the calves as we do. Waking up all of the little energy centers or the nadis down the back of our legs as we do. Feeling that nice, gentle stretch. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I allow the earth to hold me. Now maybe you start to make some circular motions with your feet, rolling out the ankles, continuing to draw the grounding energy of the root chakra or Muladhara chakra down into the body. go ahead and start to circle in the opposite direction. When you're ready, you can allow the left leg to fall down, bringing the right leg into a triangle shape, touching that right foot to the left thigh for a reclined tree pose. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I allow the earth to hold me. Now you can line your pillow up with the left side of your body. We're just going to go ahead and bring that right leg over in the same position, but as a twist, allowing it to fall down onto your pillow or bolster, whatever it is you may be using. You can face your head in the opposite direction if you want a little bit more of a twist here. Noticing how this feels on the neck. Noticing how this feels down the spine. Nice, gentle twist. When you're ready, we can undo our twist, allowing our right leg to fall down the long side of our body, bringing our left leg up into a sort of triangle shape, touching that left foot to our right thigh. for a supine tree pose on the other side. Noticing how it feels to release the tension from that left hip. Allowing yourself to be fully supported by your mat in the ground beneath you. Allowing yourself to really sink into that support. Whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and just gently take our twist to the other side, setting ourselves up with our pillow or bolster along the right side of our body, ready to catch our leg and support us. And again, if you like a little extra twisty movement or motion here, you can go ahead and face your head in the opposite direction of your legs. Noticing how that feels through your neck. Noticing how that feels down your back. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I allow the earth to hold me. When you're ready, we're gonna roll over to our right side, gently lifting ourselves up and making our way over to a tabletop with our shoulders stacked above our hands, with our knees stacked under our hips. We're gonna go ahead and do some circling with the hips, throwing the hip back, then forward, back, then forward, back, then forward. And maybe as we make this motion, we breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Going just as far back as you like, just as far back as feels good for you. And when you're ready, taking this around to the other side, circling in the opposite direction, throwing the hips back, then forward, back, then forward, back, then forward. And as you do, linking your breath to your movement, breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. And the next time we come in, we're going to go ahead and bring our feet up underneath us. And we're going to set ourselves up for a supported garland pose or malasana, bringing our pillow right under our bottom, bringing our feet flat to the floor, bringing our hands into prayer position right at heart center. Allowing ourselves to be grounded into this position. Remembering our affirmation for this flow. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be nurtured, supported, and held unconditionally. I know the earth can hold me. And for here, we're going to go into a seated forward fold or a Paschimottanasana. So we're going to push ourselves off of our pillows, drawing the feet forward, and we're going to move our pillow from underneath us to in front of us, allowing ourselves to just fall onto it. And you can make this as much of an intense stretch as you want. You can really let yourself go forward. If that's a little bit difficult for you, we are also going to be holding this for a while, so I don't really suggest that. But you can if you want to, if maybe you are very limber and that's what's feeling right for your practice. Otherwise, you can just keep a nice little curvature of the legs and allowing yourself to just sink into your pillow or your bolster as you fold forward. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I know the earth can hold me. And from here, we're going to make our way into a supported crocodile pose or Makarasana. So this time, laying our pillow or bolster the length of our mat, so horizontally across the mat. And we're going to just lie with it kind of where our belly button is. And I don't advise this if you just ate, or if you're pregnant, you can just do exactly what we're doing, but on your back instead. That would probably feel better for you. So, lining it up with your belly button, laying down, and then stretching the arms out in front of you. It'll help to have your blanket lined up so you have something to catch your head here and you're not suffocating on the floor. Otherwise, you can just turn your head to the side. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and roll your crocodile over to the right side, allowing your left arm to just kind of gently drape above you. Feeling a nice gentle stretching down the left side of your body. when you're ready to move, we're just gonna roll our crocodile over to the left side, allowing that right arm to drape above us, feeling a nice gentle stretch down the right side of the body. And when you're ready, you can take your right arm and use it to gently press yourself up. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our pillow. We're gonna lay it in front of us, touching our toes together, spreading our legs out a little wide, setting ourselves up for a supported child pose or balasana, allowing the arms to extend forward. But if you can just hang your head over the end of your pillow or your bolster. If that's not possible for you, you can also just put your head off to one side. if you have your head turned to one side, you can go ahead and just turn it to the other side now. And when you're ready, you're just going to lift yourself off of your bolster. And now we're just going to take this and flip it over to the other side, taking a recline bound angle. So you're going to keep your bolster kind of where it is. You might throw your pillow on top so you have your blanket on top so you have something to catch your head. Or for even more of an inclination, you can just stack it on top of your blankets. And we're going to turn ourselves around, lining our bottom up with our bolster or pillows, and allowing ourselves to recline backwards. You can go ahead and touch the bottoms of your feet together if that's not too uncomfortable for you. Just sitting with your legs crisscrossed is fine. And if this is a bit of an intense stretch for you, you can also go ahead and put your blocks underneath your knees, since we are going to hold this posture for a while. If you are maybe a little bit more flexible, then you can go ahead and just let your legs fall naturally. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I allow the earth to hold me. You are free to stay here for your final resting pose, your Shavasana, if this is feeling really good and you don't want to move. You're also free to take your props, move them off to the side, allow the legs to go long, allow your arms to fall down by your side as you find your Shavasana. And as you find yourself in your Shavasana, you can go ahead and mentally draw a circle of protection all around yourself. And this circle can be made of any material that you like. Maybe it's made out of fire. Maybe Maybe it's made out of light. Maybe it's made out of clouds. However you imagine it is fine. And go ahead and just take a nice deep breath. Feeling a wave of relaxation sweeping through you as you do. Inviting stillness into the body. Being aware of the space that your body is occupying. Feeling the breath as it enters your lungs, where it dissolves. And again, following that breath somewhere outside of you, where it dissolves once more. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly. And now let your awareness start to travel to the sounds around you. Noticing whatever sounds may be off in the distance. Noticing the sounds that are closer. These sounds are all outside of your circle of protection. And you are inside of this circle. Now bring your awareness to the parts of your body that are touching your floor beneath you or your mat, whatever you are resting upon. Feeling the backs of your calves against the ground. Feeling the backs of your thighs against the ground. Feeling your glutes against the ground. Feeling your spine against the ground. Feeling the back of your head against the ground. As you breathe in, you can picture the ground rising up to support you. And as you breathe out any fear, any anxiety, any stress you may have. I honor and acknowledge my body as a sacred vessel that houses my inner light. I invite deep rest into every fiber of my being. I trust that I deserve to be supported, nurtured, and held unconditionally. I know the earth can hold me. Just allowing yourself to be fully supported in this moment. ahead and make your way back into a seated position. If you haven't already done so, and bringing our hands to heart center, I'm going to conclude tonight's session with the Sanskrit words Jai Ma, which means victory to the mother. Jai Ma. All right, you guys, thank you so much for showing up. If you did not get to catch this full session and you really wish you had, do not worry. Right after I'm done here, I'm gonna go ahead and upload it over on my YouTube channel. So if you are not already following me on YouTube, go ahead and check it out. Or if you just really liked this flow, tonight's flow, you thought it was really good, you have the ability to now go ahead and rewatch it any day of the week. And now Self-Care Sunday is no longer just Self-Care Sunday. It is available all week long. So I will see you guys so soon. I will be back tomorrow morning for our usual morning Reiki session at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with our fluffy little friend here. So I will see you very soon. Bye.